What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Smart HVAC Marketing Podcast, where we believe the best idea wins, and we are here to help you generate lots of good ideas. And to do so, we have to bring on smart people like Claire to generate lots of good ideas for you all. I think I messed up that intro, but that's okay. That's what happens here. We're live. We're here in Phoenix at the Women in HVACR event. So excited to be here. Claire, how are you doing?
I'm excited to be here. I think you did mess up the intro because you forgot to say that I am the smartest person you've ever had on the podcast.
All right, take two. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Smart HVAC Marketing Podcast. Hey, Sophia, when you're listening to this later on, do not cut this out. Like this is good humor. All right, take three. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Smart HVAC Marketing Podcast, where we believe the best idea wins, and we are here to help you generate lots of good ideas. And to do so, we have to bring on the smartest people in the industry, and there's only one. And I bumped into her in the coffee line earlier, and here we are recording a podcast. So we are joined again by Claire from CompanyCam, aka CompanyCam Claire.
So happy to be back. So happy to be back. This might be my favorite podcast, but don't tell anybody.
I'm glad that you're back. I mean, honestly, it's your honor to be here. All right.
Sophia, cut this out.
No, Sophia, don't cut this out. We're going just completely unfiltered on this episode. All right. What we're going to talk about today.
Here, can I introduce this?
Yeah, you drive. Here's the mouse.
This is what we're going to talk about today. Because you know what? Most of the time, Eric's just blabbing his mouth all the time. So instead, I'm running this conversation. We're swapping it. So welcome to your new host, Claire Ficke, on the Rebel Digital Podcast. But what we're going to talk about today, I work for a software company called CompanyCam. We're all about photo and video documentation for contractors, whether that's for internal communication and efficiencies, being able to fully document everything you do. So if anybody ever calls up and you have to prove something, you have it there, or for external communication, right, with your clients. But a big piece about visuals, videos, and photos, right, what we do, is being able to use those for marketing and to bring in new clients. So what I'm going to do today is good or bad feedback. I'm going to ask Eric, a marketing professional, expert, some may say, about some of our features within CompanyCam and if he truly thinks that they are effective when it comes to a strong marketing campaign.
I love it. All right, there's a button, the present button. I think that's how you do it.
Percent button?
Present. Down at the bottom.
Oh, here?
All right, yeah. So we'll have to share screen.
Share screen.
There we go.
Sweet. So we're going to share this screen here. All right, everybody.
Oh, gosh.
Whoa. We went into a vortex. Okay. I hope you can see this. Can they see this? I think so. All right. So welcome to CompanyCam. They can't?
I don't know. Yeah,
oh, heck yeah. Okay, we can see it. Hey, guys, welcome to CompanyCam. Eric did just tell me that he liked our website, so can't say anything about that. First feature we're going to talk about right now is before and afters. So within CompanyCam, we automatically make it really easy to line up your first before picture with the exact angle so that you can take a nice after picture, and then we drop your company logo on there. Eric, how do you feel about this feature, the good, the bad, the ugly, and how would people use before and afters in general?
I love it as long as it's going to be used. Like, I think a lot of contractors would really benefit from this for their own content. And we wrote an article about, we even highlighted this in the article, in the video for it, about posting before and after photos from jobs. Cause like, I don't know about everyone, but for me, when I see, like, I like the satisfaction of seeing like something super dirty and disgusting and then seeing it like all fixed up. Like when I'm on TikTok, my whole For You page is like pressure washing and lawn care, because it's like just, it starts
instant gratification.
Yeah, it's just done. You're just like, wow, look how clean that is. So I love this. I tend to feel that a lot of contractors would benefit from this if they use it. Like we have a contractor we were even talking to yesterday, and he was wanting to see more stuff like this on his social media. And I was like, well, we need the pictures. Like you have to take them. I can't come to your office and take the photos for you. So I think this is helpful because if you're already documenting the job anyways in CompanyCam, well, then it's just a bonus at this point. You're getting content from it. So
So
I like it.
Tell me about it. So how do you feel about like super professional before and afters? Like somebody goes out, you pay them $100 to go shoot some photos after you're done with the job, versus something like this where you're snapping them kind of quick. There's a benefit to both, but
I personally I don't really think that for me it does much because like I hate to reference Gary V, but Gary V does say this, and like I tend to agree with him in that the quality of content is not up to me; it is up to the user. And so, like if I see this, like I don't know, this seems pretty nice. Like
yeah,
that is good enough, in my opinion.
sure.
The problem that most contractors have with their content is that they sit around and fester on it forever, waiting for it to be perfect. Meanwhile, their competition has been posting and getting likes and shares and comments, and they're still over here like, oh, I got to perfect my content strategy. So, in my opinion, just post the damn thing. And if it sucks, then delete it. Like the worst that happens is you delete it, but like just post the freaking picture.
I agree with that a lot. I feel like you can within any company, you can get really held up on wanting things to look perfect. I used to run social media for 2 different companies, and you think you need your strategy perfect when in reality people just want to see what you do. They want to see your work and they want to see like if you're going to do well. So yeah, you're already taking photos. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
So with that, we'll go to our next feature, which is our CompanyCam gallery on websites. So within CompanyCam, you're able to link it up with your website actually, so that you can share your photos easily with potential clients so they can go onto your website. This is a beautiful website that Rival Digital has made. And you can come in here and choose the different project types, different products potentially installed, and then where they work. And then you can jump in and you can see any of the notes that they wrote about, that job that they did or what they installed. And then you can see all of the photos. So I want to hear your thoughts first on this feature for HVAC and the mechanical services specifically.
I love it.
Well, tell me why, because a lot of people tell me like these kind of things aren't cool because it's not pretty. It's not like a roof or landscaping that's new.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I don't think anyone who's outside of the trades is ever going to be like, oh my gosh, what a beautifully installed furnace. Wow. This is so great. No, they're probably not going to say that. But what I love about this is this part right here, the city, state, and zip code, plus the project type, central air conditioning installation, products used. So Google indexes the final outputted HTML of a website. And so when you have all this on here, there's incredible SEO value from this. And they love content. They love images. They don't like just seeing a bunch of words on a page. So this is good stuff for an SEO perspective. Yeah, is a homeowner going to come here and just like drool over seeing the work you've done? Probably not, but it'll help with your SEO for sure. And then also it is good, just like validation. I mean, you go to so many contractor websites and it's nothing but stock images. Like you go here and it's like, okay, these people have done real work. Oh, and it was done in, I don't know, this was done in Lexington, Virginia. Like if I live in Lexington, Virginia, I'm like, okay, these people have done this work here. Here's real proof of what they actually do. So I think that this is really good stuff. The ugly, this isn't even the ugly. I'll just give you the bad. The bad with third-party scripts that you put on your website is that it can hurt the page speed and the load time of the site. But again, like if it's not going to kill the site speed or anything. Like if you've got good hosting on your website and your website's built properly, adding a third-party script like this or Contractor Commerce or any of these other tools, yeah, it may add a couple seconds onto the the load time of your site, but it's in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. That's the bad. There's only bad I could think of.
I'm so offended right now. I thought you liked CompanyCam. No, I'm kidding. I love that. I like that feedback. I completely agree. If I'm looking for a contractor, I like to see their actual photos. Stock images honestly just make me a little bit more wary, to be honest. So yeah, I love this feature as well. I think more and more people should be using it, especially in the mechanical trades. But
yeah.
All right, next one. So we don't have this one pulled up, so we can go back to just our standard picture if we want to. If you guys want to look at our lovely faces.
All right.
Back
I kind of like making them look into the void. No one's watching. I'm offended. Oh, we got a comment from Reliable HVACR. He said that emoji. Yo, what up, man?
Thanks for being here. All right. So the one that we just recently came out with is called Video Walkthrough. So I figured I would just show it to you in live time. But basically what this is it captured, it's like a selfie mode, right, on FaceTime. So you can see your actual face, but then this camera is pointing out so that you can talk to it. So this is what it looks like if I turned it around, right? So you can see in the upper left-hand corner, that would be where my face is. And then this is you showing that beautifully installed new furnace or something, right? So you can do this for 10 minutes and walk you pay potentially your client through. Maybe it's, well, let's talk about on the marketing side of things. Why do you think is that a beneficial? Wow. Is that a beneficial feature when it comes to a marketing, or is that more communication? Tell me.
Well, I guess it depends. Like, can you save the video and upload it to like Facebook or YouTube or something? I mean, I don't really know because like it could be, I think, good for marketing, but the problem is if you're inside like a customer's home, like some people are weird about like people posting photos and videos of like the inside of their house, and so maybe posting a video of the inside of someone's home might not gel over well with some people.
That's fair.
But I do believe that from a customer communication standpoint, that's genius because like so much gets lost in translation between text messages and emails. And so like if you're emailing a customer, you can't tell if they're mad or not. You can't really fully explain yourself. So being able to really fully explain everything that you've done and like the before and after of it all through video, I think is pretty cool.
Heck yeah. Sweet. Well, last one that we recently came out with, which we're excited about, but I feel like I already kind of asked you this, is we've had more and more people say like, we love CompanyCam so much, but at this point we don't want to pay people anymore to come out and take professional photos. So we want really high res photos and videos. So we just upped our photo resolution so that it looks all nice and pretty. And now you can drop a full logo on any photo.
That's nice.
What are your thoughts? I feel like you already kind of answered, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think that's great. I mean, here's the thing, like these little pocket computers is what I call them. It's a phone. If you're listening to this, it's a phone. But I call it a pocket computer. So this little pocket computer has got just as good, if not a better camera than most, I mean, DSLR cameras these days. Like, don't get me wrong, there's really good DSLR cameras out there, but like if you want that to look good, you have to get a nice lens, and you got to do all this stuff, and that's like, I mean, who's
pricey?
got who's got $600-700 laying around? So using your little pocket computer with that high res photo, whatever you want to call it, camera on it is, I mean, it's already there. So
why not try it?
Why not try it?
I love that. Okay. Well, that's all I had to ask you about. So, rapid fire.
All right.
What's up?
Oh, one last thing. If you're listening to this, please, for the love of God, if you are taking photos from your phone and putting them on your website, please like have someone resize it first. It's fine to put it on social media because like that's Mark Zuckerberg's server and just let that get bloated with stuff. But it's gonna like it can affect your website, the speed of it, all that stuff. So try not to put, I don't know, 5 megabyte images on your website. Maybe resize them or hire a company to resize it.
I have more questions for you.
Oh.
I'm interviewing you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have more. I want to know the top 3, if you have 3, the top 3 mistakes that contractors are currently making when it comes to like their website or marketing strategy in 2022 that you've noticed. So not all across the board, just like things that you've noticed this year. I like giving people tangible tools to walk away with on these podcasts.
Yeah. So is this just like marketing side, website side?
Yes, let's do that.
All right. Number one is having too many call to actions on your website. That is like, I see these websites out here and there's like,
Interesting. So it's like, hey, follow us on social media. Hey, book an estimate. Hey. Or is it just too many buttons saying the same thing?
No, it's like too many different call to actions happening here. And it's like careers, view our specials, financing, schedule service, follow us on social media, click here for this, click here for that. And it's like all within the first, like the in the hero section, the top section of the site. Like there's so much going on and you're just like, come on, what am I supposed to be focusing on as a customer? So just remember this: when everything is important, nothing's important. So when someone gets to your site and there's 6 to 8 call to actions and buttons and all this crap going on, you're going to overwhelm them and they're going to leave. So it's like walking into Texas Roadhouse. My gosh, I love those rolls. Texas Roadhouse is
how is this comparison truly working right now?
We're gonna get there. Texas Roadhouse rolls, and the butter is so good. So when I go to Texas Roadhouse, I order my steak and I order, the stuff you order at Texas Roadhouse: a beer, French fries, green beans, and then I fill up on rolls. I'll have like 2 baskets of rolls, and then I'm full by the time my meal gets there. So then I just take my meal, I put it in a to-go box, I leave the to-go box on the table, and then I call and I come back and pick it up. And then I take it for lunch the next day. Anyways, when you walk in Texas Roadhouse, if it's so crowded, like out the door slam, there's kids running around everywhere, you got peanut dust blinding you.
That's true.
You're going to leave. You're going to be like, let's try somewhere else. And it's the same thing on a website. When you get in there and you got peanut dust from, pop-up chats and peanut dust from all these buttons, and you got all these call to actions, you're going to get people get overwhelmed. And there's a lot of psychology that goes into websites and the way people interact with digital products. And a lot of people don't realize this, but anyone, like when you walk into a room, your mind subconsciously tries to find the exit because, like, naturally, as in fight or flight mode, I guess, like you're naturally trying to find the easiest way out. And so when people get on a website and it's overwhelming at first, they're trying to find the easiest way to get out of here. And so too many call to actions is the biggest mistake that I see on websites happening.
This is where you insert the wah, wah, wah.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. Shit. Nope. I don't remember which one it was. There we go.
That sound goes with your comparison with this mistake and Texas Roadhouse. It was a stretch, but I'm here for it. All right. What is okay. So first, too many call to actions. I like that one. Yeah. Second.
All right. Let me think for a second. I want to make sure that I get this right because I don't want to like be kicking myself later for not having the right answer for this one. So yeah, too many call to actions is a tragedy.
Tragic.
All right, here's the second mistake that contractors make with their marketing, and this one is bad, and I'm sorry in advance. A mistake that contractors make is they hire a marketing company, and then they try to tell them how to do it, and it's counterproductive. So anyways, yeah, so like if a customer hires you to install a system, they're not going to sit there and be like, loosen that and do this and solder that pipe.
They're handing you a wrench.
Yeah, they're like sitting there with the flashlight helping you, like, okay, yeah, no, they're not doing that. So like, no, don't get me wrong. There are marketing companies out there that suck and like they need a little hand holding sometimes. Sometimes they don't always understand the nuances of what you do. And that's okay to like lend them a helping hand. But like, if you hire them because they have a certain strategy and they have certain results that they've got for other contractors, let them try for you before you hire someone else or before you start telling them what to do. That's a bad mistake even. And that's not even a tangible mistake. That's like a soft skill mistake.
I feel like that's a mistake before you even start, like maybe you just signed the contract and you haven't even started working with them. I feel like that's already a mistake because that means you like didn't do your homework. Because if you're going to hire anyone to come on and help you with a part of your business, you have to know like the right questions to ask and know what you're looking for and what you're willing to like give responsibility over to and what you're not. At least that's what I would like to think when I'm vetting out options. So what would you say like is important for people to think through before they maybe bring on a marketing company?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good question. First and foremost, you need to go get your office in check first before you hire a marketing company. So like if your CSRs aren't answering the phone or they sound like doom's gloom anytime they pick up the phone, then you don't need to hire a marketing company first. You need to invest in training for them. Um, nothing hurts my heart more than when a contractor says, "Hey, can you listen to these calls? These leads were really bad." And then I go listen to the call and the contractor's like, "Thank you for calling blah 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 heating and air." Or they don't answer. And then the customer will be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had the wrong company," or something like that. And then they're just like, "Okay, have a nice day." Beep. Or you just wasted $23 on that click. And so you need to get your CSRs properly trained before you hire a marketing company, for sure. Number one. Number two, and I think that a lot of people overlook this, is that there's a lot of value in the relationship side of your marketing. So I think that requires some internal reflection on what kind of people do I want to work with, like myself, because in my opinion, I think that whoever you hire as a vendor partner, their values should align with your values. Just because if you have core values, then everything you do for your business needs to run through those. So that's also something that you're probably looking
for. Okay. I like that. I like that little answer. Okay. You get one more. What is another really bad mistake people have made? And again, these are good things to call out before people even start to engage in any of these things.
Yeah.
So we're helping you.
I think, and like this is just like the marketing agency side of me coming out now, but I think a mistake a lot of people do is they give up before there's been a chance for anything to work. They either physically give up and like cancel everything, or they mentally and emotionally give up and they just like stop trying on stuff. So it's like a lot of stuff with marketing is like growing grass. So every fall, if you're trying to grow grass, here I go with another analogy. I might have to prepare the
I hope this one's better than peanut dust.
Okay.
So keep going.
If you want to grow grass, like if you want to have the nicest lawn in the spring, you have to start in the fall. Like you have to get your lawn aerated. You have to overseed it. You got to water that junk for 30 minutes a day, twice a day. For 4 or 5 weeks. You can't be mowing it super. Like you have to do these things. You have to water it and fertilize it and do all this stuff. And so many people just want to go out there on like April 1st and like throw some seed down and just pray that their grass shows up. So a lot of people get discouraged and they give up before it's had a chance to work. And that is tough. And I think that's, I mean, it's definitely a mistake. But don't get me wrong, devil's advocate here. If it's not working, then like, yeah, get out of that.
Fair enough. You got to trust.
I got it that time.
What's your favorite sound on the soundboard?
I like this one.
Big claps for Eric. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and letting me take over the podcast today. It's been fun. I feel like I learned a lot.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. All right. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll be live 3 more times today. So come hang out with us.